Hello, good morning students. Welcome to our college YouTube channel. I am Assistant Professor Suryakant Adate from Sri Mudhai Devi Shikshan Samstha's Professor Sambhajirao Kadam College Devur. Today's presentation is for BA Part First Breach Course Lecture Series. Today is our third lecture. The topic of my presentation is Introduction to Indian and English Literature. In the last lecture of lecture series of Breach Course, we have studied that the syllabus of BA Part First is divided into two types: communication skills and reading comprehension. The basic skill in a language are listening, speaking, reading and writing. Reading comprehension is related to poetry and prose, and prose and poetry is also a part of literature. In this lecture today, we will learn history and types of Indian and English literature. There are three major genres of literature. First, poetry, second, drama, and novel. First, poetry. William Wordsworth, one of the finest romantic poets of English literature, has famously quoted, "Poetry is the spontaneously overflow of the powerful feelings recollected in tranquility." Poetry is believed to be the most ancient forms of literature ever known to humankind. The study of English literature is classified in terms of historical periods. This leads us to the very systematic understanding of English literature. This section highlights a brief overview of the English literature with special reference to the following genres in the specific periods. Periods of English literature. First, Middle English period. Second, the Renaissance. Third, Neoclassical period. Fourth, Romantic period. Fifth, Victorian era. Sixth, Edwardian period. Seventh, Modernism. Eighth, Postmodernism. Genres of literature. Poetry. Sonnets, ode, elegy, epic, ballad, song, and lyrical poetry. These are the types of poetry. Then we see in English literature there are first Elizabethan poetry, neoclassical poetry, romantic poetry, and modern poetry. Firstly, we see Elizabethan poetry. Sir Philip Sidney and William Shakespeare are the great poets and sonneteers in this era. Second, neoclassical poetry. Alexander Pope and John Dryden are the masters of the neoclassical age. Third, romantic poetry. Under the title of romantic poetry, nature poet William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, P.B. Shelley, John Keats, Lord Byron, and Robert Southey are contributed a lot to the English poetry, especially romantic age. Fourth, modern poetry. In modern poetry also some great names: Matthew Arnold, Alfred Tennyson, and T.S. Eliot. Then we will see drama, comedy, tragedy, and tragicomedy. These are the three types of drama. In the age of Shakespeare, drama was flourished. Before Shakespeare, university wits was worked on drama. John Lyly, George Peele, Robert Greene, Thomas Lodge, Thomas Nash, Thomas Kidd, and Christopher Marlowe are contributed to drama. Shakespearean drama. Great dramatist William Shakespeare and his four famous tragedies are Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, and King Lear. Restoration drama. John Dryden, William Wycherley, William Congreve also tried their hands on literature. Then novel. Romance, Gothic, fantasy, historical fiction, mysteries, science fiction, realistic novel, stream of consciousness novel. These are some types of novels. First, rise of the novel in the 18th century, Four Wheels, Samuel Richardson, Henry Fielding, Tobias Smollett, Lawrence Sterne. Second, social realism, Charles Dickens, David Copperfield, Great Expectations, and Hard Times. Third, historical novel, Sir Walter Scott, His novels Ivanhoe and Waverley. Fourth, Gothic novel Horace Walpole, his The Castle of Otranto and Letter of Horace Walpole. Then the second part of this lecture is Indian English literature. With the expansion of British Empire all over the world, the Britishers settled their colonies in different countries. Whenever Britishers ruled, they implemented their language and culture in that country. In India, British invasion starts with the Battle of Buxar and Plassey. They settled their colonies in India too. Gradually, they started imposing their language and culture upon us by the means of education. This is how English is brought to us till date. Many Indians wrote some of the best writings in English language. The writing of Indian writers in English language are termed as Indian English literature. Indian English literature is divided into pre-independence and post-independence period. First, poetry. Indian English poetry was flourished in pre-independence period in the hands of Rabindranath Tagore, Sarojini Naidu and others. After in the post-independence period, Nissim Ezekiel, Arun Kolatkar and Dilip Chitre prominently contributed in Indian English literature. Then, drama. The English literary world has observed some of the prominent dramatists from India who wrote their finest dramas in English literature. Vijay Tendulkar is popularly known for his Sakaram Binder, Silence the Court is in Session, and Ghanshiram Kotwal. Then, Teladanda, Nagamandalam, The Dreams of Tipu Sultan are some of the best works of Girish Karnad. In the most recent times, Mahesh Dattani's Dance Like a Man, Bravely Fought the Queen, Final Solutions dominated the English stage all over the world. Mahesh Elkunchwar is also contributed to Indian English drama by writing the finest works Sultan, Zumbar, Yatnaghar and Badal Sarkar's Evam Indrajit and three plays are still catching the nationwide attention. Novel. Some of the best novelists in India could ever produced were Mulkraj Anand. His famous novels are Untouchable, Coolie, Across the Black Waters, Raja Rao's Kantapura, The Serpent and the Rope, The Cat and Shakespeare, and R.K. Narayan wrote the most famous works, that is Malgudi Days, Guide, Swami and Friends, The English Teacher. Kamla Markandeya's Nectar in a Sieve, A Handful of Rice, and The Now Here Man. Till day, we have been studying the topics of compulsory English to be studied throughout your first year of graduation course. Yes, there is some difference between the levels of syllabus you studied in junior college and the levels which you will study in senior college. There are also certain topics which may sound similar, but the content of those topics is different in terms of their depth. There is much more emphasis on functional use of English language instead of mere learning English as a burden and only a paper to pass. After the completion of this course, there shall be a test on the content which you have studied throughout this course. The test shall be an online objective test which shall be compulsory for all the students. The test shall be of 10 objective questions. Each question carries 2 marks. With this view of Indian and English literature, we conclude this lecture series here. Thank you very much.